And what was very interesting and which made it very community-focused was the fact that Rick Kroll, who is the head of Greenwich Water Club and Beacon Point Marine, started the seminar by giving a testimonial to how the Chamber helps and how SCORE helped him as well get his business up and running, and it just so happened that David Albright was his mentor. So it really was an effective meeting. It ended at 8 o'clock, 5:30 to 8. Everyone loved it because if you're a beginning business and you've got to have a business plan, what do I do? How do I start? This was your answer. And you know what, Tony? This was packed. We were really worried. We had such a full house. We've got to get a larger venue next time or have the same subject and redo this one because it's obviously a subject of interest to small businesses and medium businesses and anyone.
And those that attended, were they just starting up or were there some that had been established? Were looking to tweak some things or what?
Both. Mm-hmm. But many were startups. Many were looking for direction. And you know what? Even if you think you know what your business plan should be like, it's always good to attend something like this, $10 fee to hear what the experts are saying, and you may pick up some new ideas. So we're just so proud of our educational offerings this year. We've just had a lot of good things that people are benefiting from.
$10, think of how much a business owner might spend to go to a seminar to hear about that kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right, great. All right, now, coming up next Wednesday, next Tuesday, the 25th, the Women Who Matter. So it's a busy day, the 25th. You have P&Z at night with that hearing there, but Women Who Matter lunch.
This doesn't mean you can't come to our Women Who Matter lunch. We are so proud because our guest speaker is going to be Sandy O'Connor, the treasurer of J.P. Morgan Chase.
Not Sandra O'Connor, the former justice, right?
No, Sandy O'Connor is a Greenwich resident. She lives in Millbrook, and she makes that commute every day into the city to be treasurer of Chase. And she's going to tell us about her life. This luncheon series is for businesswomen who make a difference and have a real impact on the Greenwich community. So we want Sandy to speak about not just how she became successful, but what mattered in her life at various points in it. Was career number one? Was family number one? Was a health issue? What was it? Because people's stories, their life stories, are so uniquely interesting. We can't wait to hear what hers turns out to be. So join us at La Scale Restaurant on Steamboat Road on Tuesday, June 25th from 11:30 to 1. We respect people's times. We know this is a luncheon. We know you have to get back to work, so 90 minutes will do it.
Can people just show up, or do you want reservations, or what?
You must reserve in advance.
All right, and do that by?
And do that by calling 869-3500 Greenwich Chamber of Commerce or write us at greenwichchamber@greenwichchamber.com.
All right, we're speaking with Marcia O'Kane, Executive Director of the Greenwich Chamber of Commerce here on 916 on 1490 WGCH. I'm Tony Savino, Greenwich Chamber of Commerce Executive Director. Marcia O'Kane, also Corey Fontana, owner of Fontana Bridal Salon. Father Frank Fontana here. We're here till 9:30. Then we'll turn things over to Marion Joyce Consumer Talk from 9:30 until 10. But with Marcia O'Kane, Executive Director, Chamber of Commerce, and Marcia, have another After 6 coming up. Tell us about that.
We do. Well, we talked about advocacy, then we talked about educational, and now let's talk about fun and networking. Our June After 6 networking event is going to be at J House. If you haven't been there at 1114 East Putnam Avenue, come join us. It really is not any hotel. It's not just any restaurant. It's really chic. It's new. It's beautiful. We are going to meet outdoor poolside Wednesday, June 26th. So next Wednesday, join us 5:30 to 7 for some nice networking. You'll get a little flower to put around your neck. You'll have the opportunity to get a cocktail, wine and appetizers, raffles. It's going to be all good and lots of fun.
All right, fantastic. Looking for good weather, too. Poolside. All right, and next month, Sidewalk Sale Days. Sidewalk
sales. Everybody's getting ready. We are getting so excited at the Chamber, July 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, through Thursday through Sunday. we are having our annual sidewalk sales. This is our drive to get people and traffic and folks to downtown Greenwich and take advantage of all of these sales. The difference this year is we're also including restaurants. So restaurants will be having their specials as well. So we're calling it a Shop and Dine Special Weekend.
All right, and this is what? How many years is this, the expanded version? About 3 years now for 4 days?
The expanded version is indeed the third year that we're going on, and we found it very helpful to folks. You know, they have the option of not adding on Sunday, but we have only heard wonderful things. Last year, truly, when we did post interviews after the event, record sales years for many, many people on the avenue. And you don't have to just be on the avenue, although that's where all the people are likely to be. We can set you up with a table. We can find you another location if you want to be part of this extravaganza.
All right, great. And Marcia is due back on the 15th. Monday, so we get a good recap of Sidewalk Sale Days.
You bet.
All right, thanks, Marcia. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be speaking with Corey Fontana, owner of Fontana Bridal Salon. His father, Frank, also in studio. So stay with us here on 1490 920 on 1490 WGCH. I'm Tony Savino, and we're with Greenwich Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Marcia O'Kane till 9:30. Then we'll turn things over to Marion Joyce, Consumer Talk. And Marcia, we've got some special guests in studio. So why don't you do the introductions this morning?
I would like to, because every time I walk by the Fontana store, every morning, my blood pressure goes down. I look in the windows, and these dresses are divine. If you haven't been to the Fontana store, or at least walked by it, please do. If there's true beauty in art. So may I present Corey Fontana and his dad, Frank.
All right. Corey, Frank, welcome. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Great. We'll start with you, Corey. Tell us where's kind of basic nuts and bolts. Where are you located, and how's the parking situation?
Well, we're located at 45 East Putnam Avenue, between Mason and Greenwich Avenue. Parking right behind the store, ample amount of parking. That's one of the good things about our location is that we have plenty of parking.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if I got a good arm, I could reach from here just about throwing uphill, right?
Absolutely.
All right, great. All right, let's get to Frank now. Like we were talking before, third generation store. Frank, tell us a little bit about the history of and the background of the store over the years.
Well, my parents started the business in 1944. I was 2 years old, and my mother was a custom designer, and we were in the Bronx, New York, on the Grand Concourse. Back in the 50s and 60s and the 40s, the Bronx was growing, and people came from all over for her designs, her talents. She had many celebrities, Rocky Marciano, Jack Dempsey's wife, Mrs. Tisch from the Lowe's Corporation, Beverly Sills' mom used to come to the store. They'd come in limousines, believe it or not, to the Bronx on the Grand Concourse, because that was the Park Avenue of the Bronx at the time. We were there until 1976, and in between we had stores in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale on Las Olas Boulevard, and Coral Gables, a Miracle Mile. And then we moved to Scarsdale, and we were in Scarsdale for 36 years. Just about every bride and mother, bar mitzvah mother, who had an event, Mrs. Fontana made a dress custom. We had our own factory, we made our own things. In 77, we started a ready-to-wear store in Scarsdale, and we were there for 36 years. And now we're in Greenwich.
Okay. Are you still in Scarsdale, or you just moved up?
No, we closed that store. My mom and I are pretty much retired, and Corey took over. He's third generation.
All right, Corey, tell us, about how people want to come in. Do you need an appointment? Do you just show up, or what?
Well, let's put it this way: it's a retail store, so we prefer an appointment if possible. Of course, we will never turn you away if you were just strolling down the street and wanted to come in and try on our beautiful gowns. Mm-hmm. But we're always there. We're there to assist. We're there 6 days a week. We're there Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The only day we're not there is on Wednesdays.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the clothes that are offered that you might not be able to get at other stores, other salons, designer names and so forth.
Okay. Well, first of all, we do bridal, of course. We do special occasion. We do bridesmaids, accessories, costume jewelry. We have beautiful designers from bridal. We have Pernovius from Spain, Enzoni. We have our high-end evening is from Stephen Urich. east of Makino, plus so many more. Our collection is amazing, and we go twice a year and do our massive buying, and we try to get the latest in styles.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. And we always hear a lot of positives about family-owned businesses. What are some of the challenges? And tell us, is everybody in the family involved?
We're all involved. Of course, myself and my wife, we're there every day. My dad comes and gives me his advice. It's all those years being in the industry. You have to listen to what the past has been and push it forward to the new generation. Mm-hmm. But it's very interesting. I'm third generation. It's very rare that a successful business gets moved on to a third generation. But I work hard at it, and that's my passion.
Do you have kids of your own?
Yep, I have 2 daughters.
And are they involved?
My oldest daughter, Samantha.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 15.
Okay.
She comes on the weekends and she helps out. And my youngest, Sabrina, who is 13, also really loves sitting down, sketching, and looking at the newest styles.
All right, fantastic. What else do you don't just have gowns, I understand, right? What else do you have?
We do. We have accessories from beautiful necklaces, earrings, all costume jewelry. It's not the real thing, but it's all. I mean, you could not tell the difference between what we have and what you would be buying in a very high-end jewelry store.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's say somebody comes. Let's say Marcia goes in there and she's going to buy her wedding gown.
Well, we're ready for her.
We're ready. Okay, so tell us the timeline for the team. Marcia comes in and the gown it's finished.
Well, on average, a girl right now we're selling for next year. On average, if you came in today, it would take anywhere from 6 to 9 months for a gown to come in. Everything is special order. But of course, if your wedding was sooner, we have a very, very large inventory of gowns that could be purchased right from stock.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now you also offer an experience, quote unquote, wine, champagne, personalized.
We have our own personalized champagne to every bride that comes in and purchases. We give out a nice, beautiful bottle of champagne. But throughout the whole process, we have experienced sales associates who have been doing this for many years, and they really know what looks good on every body type, and we make it a party. Mm-hmm. So when you come into our salon, you're not just coming into any store. You're coming into 60 some odd years of experience on how to treat a bride and their mom and the rest of their family to be special. We're not just the average bridal store. We are an experience.
Mm-hmm. We're speaking with Corey Fontana, owner of Fontana Bridal Salon. What's the busiest time of year for you?
Well, we're busy all year round, but the busiest selling months is girls. They get engaged, let's say for Christmas or New Year's. Then it progresses. Then you have Valentine's Day, but we're busy all year round.
Right. Okay. All right. We've heard that there's difference between your stores in Westchester, as Frank mentioned, in Scarsdale, right, and the one in Greenwich. What are the differences, and is it more challenging doing business here in Greenwich?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, first of all, we love being here in Greenwich. I live down in City Island in the Bronx, and that 15-minute ride, I just enjoy jumping on 95 and getting up to Greenwich, and it's just a wonderful area. The people are nice, the walking traffic, the people driving by, the restaurants, and the shopping. It's just a wonderful, wonderful area, and we're just thrilled to be here.
We're going to have to package that, Marcia. Someone's saying, I love that drive up 95. Frank?
Well,
it's on tape, so that's
it is
a good
on tape.
thing.
Yeah,
I've lived in Greenwich for over 30 years, so I'm familiar with the town.
Mm-hmm.
We had a store in Florida. When I first moved here, when we moved back to New York, we moved to Greenwich, and I've lived here for quite a while. Mm-hmm. But Corey didn't mention that we do graduation, too. We do a lot. We do Holy Child School. We've been doing that for over 30 years. A graduation class for Sacred Heart and GA. A big part of our business this year, we did probably 40 or 50 dresses for either one of those 2 schools. And Holy Child School, we did 82 dresses for that graduation class. Yeah.
It's
a big part of our business, and we do a lot of the cotillions.
And the girls, I mean, they were thrilled. The girls and their moms this year were thrilled that we were here in Greenwich. We made it so easy for them. That's all we kept on hearing was, you've made it so easy for us.
Just a minute or so here. Let's talk about the chamber and how the chamber's helped you. And I understand you had an After Six at your own place.
Yeah, we had a very, very successful After Six event. In fact, what I've been told is that was one of the most successful events that we had. We had standing room only, and we had shrimp and champagne and all kinds of food, and everyone just had a great time. And what they said to me was there were more men at this event than women, which I saw that, and they were shocked at the amount of men that came to our store just to kind of see what we were all about.
Interesting. And you're also at the Business and Culinary Showcase?
Oh, yeah, that was great. We had a great time. I can't wait till next year to be part of that, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a great event, great people, great food. Wonderful, wonderful people that just came by. And, again, people know us. You know, we're an old store in a new location, and every single day we're getting our clients from Westchester on top of getting Greenwich customers coming to our store also.
Fantastic. And we're out of time, but Corey, again, where are you located?
45 East Putnam, between Mason and Greenwich, and plenty of parking behind the store.
All right. That's Corey Fontana, owner of Fontana Bridal Salon. Thanks, Corey. Thank you, Frank Fontana, for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And Marcia O'Kane, Executive Director, Greenwich Chamber of Commerce. See you next month.
Thank you so much, Tony.
We'll talk about sidewalk sale days and other things on July 15th with Marcia. I'm Tony Savino. Thanks for joining us this morning. And after this break, stay tuned. It's Marion Joyce Consumer Talk here on 1490 WGCH.